doing? My name is Dan McDonald. I'm the Life Regenerator here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of the Life Regenerator Show. I really hope that you're doing well. I have an announcement to make. I wanted to do one last call. Not for alcohol, you silly, but one last call for the Woodstock Fruit Festival. This is the OG shirt, 2011. I went to 2011 and had a blast at 2011. And then I went to 2012 and I had another really great time. I actually broke a couple of records there for myself in the deadlift and had a wonderful time sharing some stories and information. This year I'll be doing some talks as well on walk and talk, which is really my way of saying I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, but I'll look at the crowd, gauge, we'll ask some questions, and we'll talk about what's ever on my mind and heart at that time. It's always about life regeneration. It's always about improvement. I myself, and it's been noticed by those closest to me, have had some quantum leaps lately. So if you keep going, it seems like, man, I've been on a plateau for 14 years or something like that. If you keep on going, one day you're going to find the linchpin. I found the linchpin. It was a caking on my heart. And I pulled the linchpin and the whole wall of resistance crumbled down. And now I'm a much freer, healthier, happier human being. There's been so much more laughter in the house, particularly this morning. Anyways, so much more laughter, much more lightness, much more clarity, much more freedom. So anyways, Woodstock Fruit Festival 2013. I'm super stoked. Sophia's super stoked. We had a great time last year. We're going to have a great time this year. I just know it. I look forward to seeing my friends. This year my intention is to get some interviews with people. I've really made a decision the other day that I'm going to start helping as many people as I can. I think that by helping people like, let's say Kristen and Beth Ann, for example, that helps them. That helps all the other people who might be interested in that kind of stuff. It's just a web of goodness. That's what this. That's what the Woodstock Fruit Festival is about. Just it's unlimited fruit, delicious, ripe fruit, more food than you can possibly imagine. I always eat way too much. Yes, you can eat too much fruit too, as a matter of fact. All the education you can possibly absorb from some great educators. Some of them you've heard of, some of them I know that you haven't. Check out the Woodstock Fruit Festival website at least and get an idea. You might want to start planning for next year if it's too late this year. A great field of people, a great opportunity to meet some friends. Also to see like how these people live and get some information and more inspiration. You know, I love fruit. I pretty much live off fruits and vegetables. In fact, I mean, not pretty much. I live off fruits, vegetables. Occasionally I'll throw some nuts and seeds in there. You know, but right now it's really about like energy, man. It's about the synergy and the flow of that energy. So what a lot of people think is that fruit gives you energy. And in one sense it's true because fruit does have a vibrational frequency, as everything has a vibrational frequency. And as far as food goes, being that it's the liquid and the electricity and the basically condensed electromagnetic energy holds its vibration in the fresh fruits with the colors and the water and the easily absorbable fiber. You know, fruit is just an amazing food. It's actually the food for human beings. I feel best on fruit. Fruit has the least amount of calcareous deposits. When you eat like cooked grains and a lot of dairy products, there's so many other different foods which leave behind so much waste matter. And that waste matter just lodges in the small tiny cracks, crevices in the body and can inhibit the function and the utilization of what's coming in new and also calcify, leaving those deposits on nerve endings and also a lot of stuff in our society today just blocking the utilization of the different elements that go into the cell. They're cell disruptors. And the fruit, I find, cherries, watermelons, grapes, you know, mangoes, those foods have the least amount of calcareous deposits. So if you get enough fresh air and sunlight and sleep, and you eat a moderate amount of fruits and leafy greens, you know, you can really live at a super high level state of health. I've been trying to promote that to everyone as much as possible, while simultaneously behind the scenes trying to master myself. I find that eating too much is not cool. Even if it's the best food, it bogs me down. But you get super sensitive and you want to really be mentally clear, emotionally clear. Spiritually clear is when you get, you know, your environment. Okay, if you want to know where you're at spiritually, just look at your life. You know what I'm saying? Your spiritual inner you know, template is going to just be reflected in the outside world. If you're sad and depressed, you're going to see a sad and depressed world. If you're super stoked and excited and you believe in unlimited opportunity, that's what you're going to see. You know what I mean? So come out to the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and if you can't, just start eating fruit, because fruit is great medicine for the human organism. It keeps everything clean and flushed, energized, and you know, you go to get those antioxidants, you get those pigments in your skin, the pigments in your hair, you clean out all those deposits, your eyes clear up, the whites of your eyes, your skin gets better, no more skin problems, lots of oxygen, lots of sleep, you know, stay hydrated. Don't get into a decrepitude state where you got to call me and spend money on a you know, consult so I can barely try to convince you that drugs and surgeries and toxic poisons and stressful lifestyles never work, but a low stress, high raw food, lots of sleep, lots of hydration. The people are just drying up, and the fluids in the body are getting to be like a swamp, and it's just stinky, and it's thick, and it's like cheesy, thick mucus in your lungs, in your throat, in your brain, in your heart, in your blood vessels. And it's just a slogging, sloppy mess. And it's like, that was even way too rhythmic. In fact, I can't not have rhythm. I needed to have no rhythm, but I do have rhythm, and that was very rhythmic, so it wasn't even a very good example. But I'm just saying, you don't want to be bogging down with the heavy foods. That's why I don't even eat any cooked foods. And that's why the fruit is so good, because it'll keep the fluids in your body functioning well. And then the cells can continue to absorb nutrition and information and electricity and life force energy. And it can eliminate easily if those fluids are thin and viscous and alkaline and very hydrated and thin. And then the waste matter can move out of the body easily as well. And that's why fruit is so good, because it leaves the least amount of metabolic waste behind, and it flushes out the metabolic waste from our society with the antioxidants and keeping those detoxification pathways fluid and open through the hydration process, the synergy of the minerals allowing the cells to communicate. It's a beautiful thing. So eat fruits, drink vegetables, leafy greens, fruits and herbs. Says it in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And my experience has been that I feel the best on fruits and herbs. It is harder to keep on weight, but the weight that people are talking about is mucus. It doesn't matter what you say to me. I was a bodybuilder, and when I was big, I wasn't any stronger than I am now. No stronger, bigger, but puffier with a lot of mucus. But the actual muscle fibers themselves were not any stronger. They may have been more, the muscle fibers may have been more bloated, but you want tight, tiny, fit, ripped, Bruce Lee muscles, high quality. That's if you want to live a long and high quality life. If you want to wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock, meditate, do breath work, yoga, then exercise, and work all day long and never get tired, you want clean, high-functioning cells. And when you get bogged down from too much junk, and you're slow, and you're barely making it through, and you've got chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia and stress and adrenal weakness, because you have shocked your system with too much coffee, too much sugar, too much junk, then you know it's time to get back on the diet that was prescribed, by nature and by those who are going down this path and looking like, what's the real answer? How do I have energy consistently every single day of my life, never get tired, have mental clarity, and have flexibility, fluidity, and happiness? And you're going to find that for the most part, in my opinion, if you want to have a real high spiritual, electrical connection to life and that super synergistic conductivity and become a superconductor of the divine energy, which is your own inner self, the kingdom of heaven within you, to emanate that and irradiate that, you detoxify the body, mind, and spirit, and then the spirit flows. And then you can just be uplifting to everyone, everywhere, all the time, even when you're in a room by yourself, sitting behind your drum set. Now, I do have a camera here, but there's an uplifting that goes on, even when I'm in my room meditating, because of what's happening inside of me. I'm able to lift up the ocean of mankind's consciousness by just being more happy today than I was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And laughing more in my house, and being much lighter and freer and chiller. I gotta go. Woodstock Fruit Festival 2011, 2012, and now Woodstock Fruit Festival 2013, August 18th through the 25th. Be there or be square. Now, I'm not going to leave you hanging. I will give you a little something. I'll put a link down below for Woodstock Fruit Festival. Come and check it out. Hey, I love you. Thank you so much. Check it out, baby. Have an awesome day. Create your life. Kick some butt out there, baby. Peace.